Dan Adams Outdoor Show, episode number 3. On the way to the trailhead, just passed through Evanstown, and we'll be there in a few minutes. I'm going to try and talk faster on this because we got 15 minutes to cover 4 days of hiking, fishing, burning, having fun, loving it. So, I will keep you on the update. We decided to bring the old Trar this time. We got about everything we need in here and a trunk full of tools in case she breaks down. Woohoo! Here it is, Chan Meadows Trailhead, getting started. Got all my gear, ready to go. Say goodbye to the old Trar. 12 miles, gonna try and do that sometime tonight. 12 miles to Red Castle Lake. So I'm about, I suppose 7-8 miles in. We've got just over 3.5 more miles to Red Castle and just above Broadbent Meadow. And the view here is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Decided to stop and take a rest. The dogs are barking. Had myself a snack until about an hour and a half past dark last night, and I almost made it to Red Castle Lake. I made it past lower Red Castles down through the trees there, and there is the Red Castle. The sun's probably washing it out pretty good for you. Very beautiful up here. And I tell you what, I'm not shy to say I am beat. So at any rate, Red Castle's just up over the ledge there. I think I may head up and do some fishing this morning, and then get on my way over to Smith Fork Pass. Whew! Yeah, that's a little bit of a climb, but I think Red Castle sits just on top of that ledge, Red Castle Lake, and that's where they've been talking. They've been catching 20-inch cutthroats, so let's see what we can do. So last night I slept in the hammock with the new Rainfly, and it was actually, I was expecting to be a little bit cold. I've got my bag in here with my Thermarest mattress, and it takes a little bit of getting used to because you can't roll over and turn around and stuff, but it was nice. I think I might become a hammock sleeping fool. I thought I'd freeze my arse off too, and no sir, I was perfect, just the right temperature. I didn't sleep much, just cat naps all night, but yeah, it was good. I think I'm a big fan of the hammock. Major close up. There should be Red Castle Lake. The wind's gonna knock out the microphone here in a minute, so have a gander. Well, he's no 20 inches. We'll turn him back. Thanks, bud. He's a bit more of a fighter. That guy there might be lunch. Pretty skinny though. That's a decent sized fish. Just mouth hooked. I'll put him back. Thanks, bud. Oh, I finished fishing up there and didn't end up catching anything I thought I could eat, so it's all good. We're going to continue around the Red Castle. It's probably washing me out pretty good. We're going to continue around the Red Castle, and maybe we'll fish in Lower Red Castle for a bit, try and catch some lunch there. If not, we'll just get on the way to Anderson Pass. Smith Fork Pass. One product I do want to highlight as essential for these types of outings. Took a little respite here so I could powder the posterior, if you will. So here it is, we've arrived at Plan B. I thought I'd make it up over Anderson Pass tonight, or today, but not so much. Ran into two new friends, Laurel and Klaus from Orem, but now Austria. And so tomorrow I'm going to try and do the Kings Peak Summit. It's about 7 miles one way, and then just leave all my business here and come back this way. So stay tuned. So here we are checking in this morning, about ready to head up over Anderson Pass. Laurel and Klaus ready to go. I think we all slept pretty well. So what we've got here, part of our breakfast, is pine needle tea. It's supposed to be high in vitamin C. It's probably bad for you, but it makes me feel like a mountain man.
In Austria, they make cough syrup out of that.
Oh yeah?
So it might be good for your digestion.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. So we've got a nice little home here in the trees. Show you my bed over here. Slept in the old hammock. Was able to catch some fish last night. Eat those for dinner. And it is a beautiful morning. So we're gonna put away the cough syrup pine needle tea and get on the trail.
Highest mountain in Utah.
Yes.
You make it.
Oh, I did find some blisters on my toes this morning, so we'll see what happens. We'll be all right though. I'm sure we'll figure it out. My goodness, it's nice. So here we are at the top of Smith's Fork Pass. Very beautiful. You can see down on the south side the Yellowstone drainage right here. And we've got to cut around the hump you can see. Right in the center there is the edge of South Kings Peak. So Kings Peak is right behind the hill here. So, giddy up!
If we want to make a shortcut and we go over there, that would bring us to Yellowstone drainage.
And there's the beast right there. Kings Peak's in the center. And in the center now is South Kings Peak. It is beautiful over here. So here we are at the top of Anderson Pass at the base of Kings Peak. That's not it right there. It's beyond. We ready to do it?
Let's go. We sure hope so.
Oh geez. Painter's Basin there and Gunsight Pass is around the corner. And I don't remember what this pass is called, but it's probably impassable. And then down in, you can see Mountain View there, I think.
I don't know if I took a picture, it didn't do anything. But
Is it filming?
can you see? It is filming.
Yes. I'll be damned if we didn't make it up. I'm gonna lose my hat into Wyoming. Thanks, class.
Here we are.
So we hiked from right around the point over there and down into that wash is where we camped. And my goodness, I am beat. Oh, Real Salt Lake, or is that Real Madrid? How about that? Geez, looking at it from this angle, it'd take a lot of money to get me to turn around. Say, class. What about $1 million?
Well,
That's a life-changing event, $1 million. 10,000, I can do it now. Jeez. Well, last thing I'll say is I'll be the first to admit there is no way I could have made this Anderson Pass with a backpack. Not a chance. Maybe another day. So overall, I guess we'll be longer on total miles than the original plan, but less or more miles without a pack on. 30 pounds, 40 pounds, beast of a difference. So we made it back to camp. Bet I got down to freaking 20 below last night. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm boiling ice water. What do you say, Klaus?
it'd be cold.
Yeah, to say the least. So it's all downhill from here. Eat a quick breakfast and hopefully we'll be back to the cars by, what do you say, 1? Maybe 2?
It would take us 4 or 5 hours, I think.
You think that long? What is it, about 9 miles?
9 miles.
9 miles.
Yeah. But most of it downhill, so
Right.
we should do it.
Yes, and we will GTFO. That means get the, I don't know. So we've hiked about 4 miles today already and got about 5 more to go, just on the East Smith Fork Trail. Klaus back there.
Oh, almost back to the trailhead.
Almost there. Jeez, and it couldn't come,
Always the most difficult ones.
couldn't come soon enough. My feet are killing. I got blisters and whatnot. At any rate, we're making it. Making it. A sight for sore eyes if ever there was one. The pretty little white Honda right through the trees. Oh, geez. I am so tired. My feet hurt so bad. And if I had to start over right now for $1 million, I wouldn't. I guess it depends on how many days I had. If I had to do it again in basically 3 days, one wasted, no, couldn't do it. Absolute fail. Happy to be back. Burgers soon. So we're back in the car driving, and I just want to take a couple of minutes to shout out a mighty big thank you to the folks in the car in front, Klaus and Laurel. Wow. Had I not bumped into them and ended up sleeping in the same campsite because there really wasn't much else around to choose from, there's no way I'd have made Kings Peak. Not a chance. I'd have pissed around fishing, and I'd have had fun, and I'd have been alright. But those two folks right there, I owe them a victory for this Kings Peak summit. Woo! Oh, and we reap the benefits. After all that, I was feeling a little low on calories, so I talked these guys into burgers, extra burgers. What a trip! Hasn't it been good? Really, really good to meet up with you guys too. That worked out well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just want to record a recap real quick. About to wrap up this thing on my way back home, and there we can see the beautiful mountains. One of those is Kings Peak, and maybe I'll be able to put a little dot on it on the video. We'll find out. So at any rate, day number 1, I hiked just above Lower Red Castle Lake. It was about 11 miles. I stopped at about 9:45 and turned around and came back down the hill into some trees so I could camp. Day number 2, I bushwhacked around. I climbed up to the Red Castle Lake to fish, and then bushwhacked around the Red Castle and walked up to Smith Fork Pass Lake, if that's not a long enough name. So I bumped into Klaus and Laurel first time at Red Castle Lake, and they had left their packs below at Lower Red Castle and just walked up and just said hi and compared stories a little bit, whatever, talked for a few minutes. And then Klaus had mentioned that he was suffering from a little bit of altitude. They live just a few hundred feet above the sea level in Austria, so it's understandable. So at any rate, I was just behind them on the trail up to Smith Fork Pass Lake, and they had decided to default to sleep the night there and then see about making that long hike the next day. And that was the backup plan that came into my mind, but to be completely honest, I thought there was no way. My feet were so sore already, and that next day on Sunday we hiked 14 miles from Smith Fork Pass Lake up over Smith Fork Pass down into the Yellowstone Drainage Valley, and then up Anderson Pass up to the top of Kings Peak and then back. It was 13, 14 miles and 4,000 feet of elevation increase. So it was really cool to meet up with them because there's no way I'd have done it without them. And they said the same thing, that they may not have been able to do it if I wasn't. And I don't think that's true. They really had a lot more heart than I do. But and then last night was Dan Adams Outdoor Show, episode number 3. On the way to the trailhead, just passed through Evanstown, and we'll be there in a few minutes. I'm going to try and talk faster on this because we got 15 minutes to cover 4 days of hiking, fishing, burning, having fun, loving it. So I will keep you on the update. We decided to bring the old Trar this time. We got about everything we need in here and a trunk full of tools in case she breaks down. Woohoo! Here it is, Chan Meadows Trailhead, getting started. Got all my gear, ready to go. Say goodbye to the old Trar. 12 miles, gonna try and do that sometime tonight. 12 miles to Red Castle Lake. So I'm about, I suppose 7, 8 miles in. We've got just over 3.5 more miles to Red Castle and just above Broadbent Meadow. And the view here is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Decided to stop and take a rest. The dogs are barking. Had myself a snack until about an hour and a half past dark last night, and I almost made it to Red Castle Lake. I made it past Lower Red Castles down through the trees there, and there is the Red Castle. The sun's probably washing it out pretty good.